What is going on, everybody? I'm Gilberto from Credit Guys, the show where we talk all things credit, finance, and business related. Today's video topic will be why I keep getting denied for business credit cards and business loans, or what to do if you keep getting denied for business credit cards and business loans. So, if that's a topic that's interesting to you, please be sure to watch the video, leave a like, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, why do you keep getting denied for business credit cards and business loan? Well, there's a few reasons. One of them is going to be lack of business history or personal history. So let's talk about that. The first thing that's any lender is going to look at before they can assign you any kind of business credit, is most of them in the beginning are going to be looking at you as a personal guarantor. So what does that mean? Well, personal guarantor is that basically you are signing off on behalf of the business, stating that if something were to happen to the business, you can't just write it off. You have to basically, it's going to show up on your personal credit and you're the one responsible for it. So what does that mean? It means that you need to have basically perfect personal credit, at least a 720, 730 plus credit score to be able to successfully personal guarantee yourself into some kind of bank, credit card, or bank loan. And you can do that simply by making sure two things. By making sure you have good primary accounts. So primary accounts meaning 5 to 6 plus accounts, things like credit cards, mortgages, auto loans, stuff like that. And then making sure that your utilization ratio, your credit utilization ratio is always underneath 20%. So what that means is if you have a $10,000 credit card, you keep the balance under $2,000 revolving month to month. Anything higher, and it's going to have a negative impact on your credit, and lenders are definitely not going to loan to you. That's like one of the number one reasons why people get denied is because their credit utilization is just way too high. So always make sure you keep that under 20%. And then the final one is going to be negative items. So negative items are going to be things like collections, late payment, student loans, charge-offs, and so much more. So if you're struggling with the negative items part, be sure to book your free credit consultation, the link below, with one of our credit coaches. We'll be able to help you solve that issue, and you can move forward and start applying for those business credit cards. So once you have those few things in order, so no negative items, your credit utilization under 20%, and you have those primary accounts and your credit score is 700 plus, then you should be good to go and apply for a business, whatever you need. Keep in mind that even a brand new business can get approved for credit, but you want to be strategic about it. Typically, most businesses want to see that your business has been open for 2+ years before they start extending big lines of credit. Doesn't mean you need 2+ years in business, but preferably that looks better in the eyes of a lender because it shows you've been around for a long time and that you're trustworthy. In order to successfully apply for a business credit card or a business loan, you need to make sure that you're funneling money, you're cash flowing into your business account. So when you have your EIN, make sure that you have a business bank account. Without this, you're going to have a hard time getting approved. The lenders I would recommend for a business bank account are going to be Chase Bank, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Keep in mind, you cannot apply for a personal or business credit card if you do with Wells Fargo if you don't have any accounts open with them. They just won't let you. Once you have that and you're funneling money through cash flow, what I mean by funneling money is basically you're depositing money every month into that account, whether it be $2,000, $5,000, $20,000, or $50,000 into that account every month. They can see that you are an operatable business and you are cash flowing. Once you have that going for at least 3 to 4 months, then go ahead and if you log into your banking application on the computer, it should say offers for you. So it'll say my offers, and typically it'll say, hey, you have an offer for this credit card or that credit card. And that's a good sign indicating that the algorithm or the system has already introduced you as a good candidate for somebody who can get approved for these credit cards. So simply going through that process, applying, and you should get approved. Chase and Bank of America are pretty good about that. The next thing is going to be lines of credit and business loans. So a line of credit is basically kind of like a credit card that basically you draw from. So let's say you want to take $1,000, $2,000, and then you have X amount of days to pay that back or X amount of months to pay that back. And it's pretty simple to get approved for those as well. Once you successfully have that business bank account for a few months, make sure you schedule a meeting with the business banker or the business loan officer, and basically tell them the needs that you're wanting to ask for extra capital. I always say it's either for marketing purposes or because we're adding more staff or we're adding another location. Anything that shows that there's growth, that is why you want to draw or try to apply for more credit, because they like that, right? They see, okay, the business is successful, they need more capital to grow, and you can trust them with this money, they're going to pay it back. So always use those reasons basically for growth. And yeah, so back to the line of credit, a line of credit is like a credit card for the business, but it's not a credit card. And basically you draw from it. Let's say you draw from it $10,000, you pay that back within a year, then you request an increase. So you request, from $10,000 to 20, and from 20 to 30, 40 to 50, etc. And you'll basically have a really big line of credit that you'll be able to utilize at any point in time. Usually there's probably a small fee, maybe like $10 a month to keep the line of credit open, but it's more than worth it. And then the next thing is going to be the business loan. So again, make sure you have perfect personal credit, you have a low utilization ratio, and you have money funneling in through your business. Get a meeting with the business banker and basically say, hey, I need a loan for $25,000 or $30,000. Start small and then work your way up. After you've successfully applied for the loan and got approved and paid it off, then you can start scaling up and asking for double and triple of what you've been approved for. But again, if you're somebody who's been getting denied for business, anything business related, make sure initially that they're not using you as a personal guarantor. If you do have a long-standing business, 5-6+ years in the business, and you have positive ROI on that business, positive cash flow. Otherwise, they are going to ask you to be a personal guarantor. If your personal credit is bad, it's got a lot of negative items, your utilization is high, then they're not going to most likely extend lines of credit to you. So if you learned something from this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Gilberto from Credit Guys. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.